is a new world and a new movement that we're in. And we're first to the fire because New Jersey was unable to keep up their end of the bargain when they rolled out the legalization to also have a place for people to get it. It's like, yes, it's legal. Where can we get it? We don't know. So they left a void for people to fill the vacuum, and entrepreneurs and people that are business savvy and want to do right by the community are filling that void, and they don't like that.
Yeah, the consumer affairs is just a way to, I think, try to get at us somewhere else. But if you read the Consumer Fraud Act, not one of the companies that they say they notified is frauding their customers.
What they are doing is frauding the people in New Jersey.
The voters. They frauded us in November. They frauded us in November on that ballot. I went to university in the state of Arizona, and with Arizona Proposition 207, they actually, within 80 days from the election and only 50 days from the certification of the vote, they had retail sales for the people that we're talking about, people that can't get medical cards for whatever reason, they're economic or can't afford it, right? And we're talking about medical patients. I mean, I can speak for all of us that, you know, Curaleaf owns 15 dispensaries alone in Arizona and over 100 in the country. And how many people have we talked to, medical patients from dispensaries, that would rather work with us because, for one, they can't get the product they need. They have to wait, and/or when they get there, as we've said with COVID, they wait outside for 3 hours, and when they get there, they don't get what they were promised.
You know, for the longest time, it's always been that, you know, marijuana is just like a gateway drug or a party drug, and it's kids and it's teenagers, and people are just, you know, smoking doobies and being reckless. But that's obviously, people understand now that that's not the case.
Most of our customers are senior citizens. A lot of cancer patients, how much our products helping them calm down their nausea, how they're able to eat. I mean, the calls that we get are amazing. It's a side that's very rarely spoken of in articles and whatnot. I've delivered to a woman who was 9. I had to ask her age because she answered the door with her walker. She was 92. I asked for her daughter. It was for her. I was, you know, delighted. God bless her. A lot of people find solace in what we do. Something Gary said very quickly, it maybe went unheard, is the fact that we are writing the book as we go. We're figuring it out as we go. We're doing the best we can with what we were given. And instead of the Attorney General contacting us to see how we're making out, how are we impacting the community, all the good that we're doing, it goes unseen. We're frauding customers. It's so unfounded. It's an insult.
Hey, this isn't the end game. The goal is that we should all get permits. That's the real.
We all want to be legal, but the problem is the state's not ready for us to be legal, and now they're trying to help write the book that we're all writing and saying, well, you know what, you guys did this, and this. We're not going to give you a license.
Yeah.
So we're in this to the end, and I'm not giving up. And I know my guys here at Sky High Munchies, they're not giving up. My associates out here at Westwind and Bud Hub, I know that they're not giving up. They're in this fight as long as I am.
Absolutely, man.
And if it takes a class action lawsuit, I think it's going to take a lawsuit.
I absolutely agree, because when the law was written, when the CRC was initiated, there was supposed to be 10% of micro businesses, and some of those were supposed to be put into impact zones. And we specifically tried to get some of those impact zones, and we had a woman-owned business and a minority-owned business, and that seemed to be irrelevant. It wasn't even on the table.
And the letter states that we could be in violation, and you may get fined if you are doing this, but it's undetermined yet, and you are still being investigated. So I believe it's a scare tactic, to be 100% honest with you. I don't want to say that I know that for sure, but you know, we are using a little bit of the loophole in the law, but the loophole in the law is there for people to be able to share the product, and that's all we're doing.
I think they're using consumer affairs because they know they can't get a jury to find us guilty on anything.
I can tell you that we looked into a little bit of the Consumer Fraud Act, and we did change some things that may have been a gray area on our website, and they are no longer there. We even went as far as changing our radio ad so that there's no miscommunication about what we're doing. Inside the description, when it says what you're buying, it tells you what you're getting. It tells you how much the price is. And now there's even an option that you can buy the munchies without even getting a free bag of cannabis. I mean, you now can buy just the munchies. And if you want to buy the munchies for $165, you know, I went to Hard Rock gas station, Little Deli in Atlantic City last week, and I bought 5 bags of potato chips, 5 Twix bars, and 4 sodas, and it was $89. And I didn't get a free bag of weed.
Amen, brother. Amen.
I did not get a free bag of weed. And you know,
Amen.
the consumer affairs, they are saying that we're misleading people and we're using marijuana to promote our business. But if I just seen an ad correctly today, there are certain states, and Jersey may be one of them, where they're giving out, I don't think it's Jersey, but they're giving out joints if you go get your COVID shot.
Dude, New Jersey's giving out shots of alcohol and beer,
Well,
so I don't want to hear anything about weed. They're giving out alcohol to convince people for a COVID shot.
I sell food. I sell food. I sell munchies. I sell Oreo cookies, Rice Krispie treats, a bottle of water, some candy bars, and I got people that actually call up and order different munchies and request different munchies because they do enjoy the munchies after they enjoy the free bag of weed that I get. So for them to tell me that I'm frauding my customers are going onto my website, they're entering their own information, and they are making a purchase with their own credit card or however they're going to pay, but they do it unforcefully and knowingly what they're paying for.
Yeah.
And if you were deceiving people, why do they keep coming back?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And when it comes to the price, I mean, when it comes to the price, as everyone knows in economics, the market dictates the price. So it's like you said, if they want to pay, it's up to them what they pay for whatever.
You know, the markup on alcohol is incredibly much higher than the markup on marijuana. Yet, as long as the state gets their taxes, they don't care how high you mark the price of that $40 bottle you may buy and have to buy it and sit down at a table for $850. So if they're going to start saying I can't sell munchies at a high rated price and the consumer has no problem paying for that, then we're going to lose our rights. And that's just something I know me as an American, I'm not standing for it.
Nobody's got a gun to these people's head telling them that nobody's making them buy it. They're doing it on their own and they keep coming back. So that shows that they appreciate the service.
It's a needed service.
You could go to any baseball, I mean, you go to the airport, you go to a ballpark. What are you paying for a pretzel in a ballpark versus going to Philly pretzels down the street?
I mean, what's gasoline on the turnpike? I mean, you go to Sunoco on the turnpike or off, you know what I mean? I mean, come on, man.
And I don't know if you've listened to the radio lately, but Sky High Munchies is a proud partner of the Philadelphia Phillies. So if the Philadelphia Phillies don't have a problem with partnering with Sky High Munchies, then I can't understand why all of these people, or I'm sorry, these couple of people have a problem with us selling munchies.
And I think if you go to any of our websites, you'll see that we are, you know, like Gary said and like Dan said, that what you see is like we sell jars and stickers. It's very apparent what our merchandise is. And, you know, when we deliver to our customers, what they pay for is what they get. You know,
the bottom line is nobody's being
deceived.
Nobody's being deceived.
No.
Nobody's being deceived.
All the other companies that do what we do we don't work against each other. You know, we're out here helping the public. There's a lot of public that does not have access to get what we can get them, and delivered to their door is just a blessing in most of their eyes. I have at least 1,500 customers that will write you the same exact letter and tell you how much they appreciate us on a daily basis. And I'm sure the other companies can tell you the same thing.
I could say the exact same. Multiple people on the regular saying the same thing. Same thing. They appreciate the service. It makes it easy for them. It's not hurting the community, and everybody can win.
We're all talked about, and we're all talked about in good ways. The only people that have bad things to say about us so far has been consumer affairs, because not even the governor has said, hey, stop what you're doing. He actually probably has gotten some recommendations from some mutual friends of some people I know, and was told, hey, they're really not hurting people.
What about all of the people that these companies employ? We're serving the community in more than just munchies and fun-free options. We are giving people who were living at home with their parents a way to get their own houses and rent apartments and better their lives for themselves. And, you know, that's little spoken of as well. But, you know, that's the one thing about being a business owner is you employ your local community. We can buy products from local people. If we say, I want to make a snack pack idea and it has honey in it from a local vendor that does honey. It's all about community. It's all about cooperation. And I think that the people who are writing this the right way see that, and everyone else just sees it as business and money. We see it more about heart and soul.
Oh, there are stores right now saying, oh, we don't have people to work. I put up a help wanted sign. There'll be 150 cars lined up, ready to work for me.
Yep. Exactly.
150 people, more than that. Everyone wants to work. They just don't want to work for $11 an hour.
Yep.
Exactly.
We start everybody in our company at $20 an hour and up. And I'll tell you, I have 11 to 15 drivers a day that go out on the street that are paid very well, and they take care of my customers the same way I take care of my customers.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, we employ people right from the area who would be hustling and doing something stupid. Instead, they come to work for us and they work a 9 to 5.
They're making a real living now.
Exactly. And whether they want to call it honest or not, we know it's honest, right? So
they love it.
Yeah, you know, I had someone, I wound up getting rid of them, but I had someone come in and he's like, you know, I want to thank you. You made me stop dealing. So he stopped delivering. He stopped dealing his own product to come work for me because he knew that he can make more money doing what I'm doing and legally do it the right way. Yes. Unfortunately, some people don't like to wake up in the morning, but that's just where that goes.
And we're just here to serve, right? We're here to serve the community. And there's not any bad blood between any of us. You know, we all want each other to succeed because this doesn't work if we're not all doing good works, you know?
I mean, we run programs all the time for senior citizens. We run programs for New Jersey medical marijuana patients. And I have many of medical marijuana patients that say they will never go back to the dispensary again.
Oh, so many said that.
So many. That's the biggest thing I hear from so many people.
And it's all about the people of New Jersey who voted in November for this, right? And who were promised something, and
it hasn't happened.
Who knows
yet.
How long it's going to be? I mean, how long are we going to wait? You know.
And it's, you know, one day we're all going to sit back and laugh at this. Hopefully not from a jail cell, but we're all going to sit back and laugh at this, and we'll go from there. But I don't feel that I am doing anything wrong. I want to thank the Attorney General's office for bringing us all together.
It's always a good time.
He really has. I mean, you know, as soon as I heard about it, you know, even before calling my attorney, and my partner was on the phone and in the car with me. So I hung up the phone and I started calling the other companies that they mentioned. And, you know, only one of the companies got back to me. So I kind of, you know, it brought us all together. It has increased business I know it increased business for me today. I had to shut down most of what my normal office duties are for the girls to do nothing but answer calls because the phone rang 1,000 calls today. It was amazing. And everybody that called was calling to give us their support and tell us that they're so happy that we didn't close. And, you know, we've had friends of the governor call us. We've had friends of the state attorney general call us. We've had news channels call us. Everybody wants to tell us, hey, we're behind what you're doing. Don't quit.
Yeah.
And I'm not quitting. Sky High Munchies is not quitting. You know,
I'm not quitting.
Yeah, we're not going nowhere.